everyone, welcome back to my crochet corner. In today's video we're going to be talking all things patterns. So I have a few patterns I want to work on that are my patterns, and I also have a pattern test, so I think it would be fun. A lot of you guys have been asking me like how to make patterns or making patterns easy, asking me if I'm coming out with more patterns. I have a few patterns up on my Etsy. I have an octopus, I have a bee, I have 2 granny square patterns, I have a cow pattern, and now I'm working on a bear pattern and a little pumpkin pattern I just had to do last minute. And then I have a pattern test I have to do for JNW Crochet. It's for a cute little reindeer, so we have to work on that. And then we have some patterns, and if we have time I even want to start brainstorming Christmas patterns. So I'm going to take you guys all along for the whole planning, making, designing, creating, trial and error of just making a pattern. And then also I'm going to be telling you guys a little bit how to pattern test, what to do for pattern testing, and all of that. So I hope this can be a really informative video. So first things first, we're going to start off with, I created a little pattern. I created a pattern for a cute little pumpkin. This was a super quick last minute thing that I decided to do. I'm gonna post it as a free pattern on my Instagram, and then most likely later on, if you guys want a PDF, I'll put it up on my Etsy. But we have this little pumpkin. I don't know if you guys can see him. I also made a big pumpkin back there. So I'm going to do 2 patterns, one for this little pumpkin, one for the big pumpkin, and that's going to be a free pattern on Instagram. So for this, I have a lot of it already done. I make my patterns in Canva. So we have all of that written up. What I do need to do is take pictures of how to do the little indents, because I've been trying to figure out how I want to explain doing the little indents to people who may have never done them before, and it's a little challenging. So I think if I take pictures and like maybe draw like little guide arrows and stuff to show you where to put the stitch marker, how to pull the yarn through and all of that, it'll be really helpful. So that's honestly where we're going to pick up. We're going to pick up with this pumpkin. I'm also working on a pattern for a bear that I hope to release really soon. And then I also have an idea for a Christmas pattern I want to work on. This week I'm really going to be taking advantage because my school is canceled for the week because I live in Florida, and there's currently Hurricane Milton, who just got upgraded to a Category 5 hurricane. So I have no school for the entire week, so I'm going to take advantage of the time I have to really just sit down and work on these patterns. Fingers crossed that nothing bad happens. Hopefully everyone is safe. I know that's not going to be the case for everyone, but I'm wishing everybody who lives in Florida, I'm wishing you guys be safe. A lot of towns on the West Coast, a lot of them are under mandatory evacuation right now. And where I live a little more inland, so we've never had to evacuate ever, and but it is now upgraded to a Category 5 hurricane, so we never know what's gonna happen. So hopefully this week goes smoothly and we can work on all these patterns. If not, if this video starts to get a little crazy, that's why. But let's get started with the pumpkin. Alright, so one of the first things we're going to do is get our yarn ready. So the company Kato was nice enough to send me one of their yarn winders, and it's an electric one, and we're going to take a first glimpse at it together. But because I'm going to be pattern testing and stuff, it's already a stressful process. And if I already have my yarn nice and untangled and in a nice little yarn cake, it's going to make the process go a lot smoother and just so much better. So we're going to open this up. I received this package just a few days ago, and it's purple. You guys know purple is my favorite color. So hold on, let me open this and then we'll show it to you. Alright, so here it is. Look at how pretty. It's purple, and take a look at it. Here's the brand at the top. It's called Kato, and look at how literally it's such a pretty shade of purple. So it's an electric yarn, oh my god, it's an electric yarn winder. there it is, and they're also nice enough to give you guys a code. So if you guys use their link that's in my description, and if you guys use the code crochet corner at checkout, you guys can save 20% on this guide. So let's do an unboxing together. I'm excited because I used to use a hand one, like a hand winder, where you would have to sit and crank it, and it honestly got really annoying, and I even broke mine. So look, here's the cute little booklet on how to, look how cute. They have a video, a QR code on how to install it, step-by-step instructions to what each part is. Oh my god. Okay, so this is a step-by-step booklet on how to use, and guys, look at how pretty. Look at how pretty. So we're gonna go ahead and open this guy up. Guys, look at how pretty this color is. But here's like the base part of it, and then here we have the little cone part. Looks like that. And then we have a few more pieces. Here's the little cable. And the last few little pieces. So let's get to assembling this. I'm excited to try this out, and let's get to assembling it. So let's read the little booklet to see how we are supposed to screw these pieces together. Okay. Okay, perfect. It seems pretty simple. So we have this piece, and we have our little screwdriver with our screws over here. So looks like this goes like that. This goes here. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's get the screws. Ooh, and it even comes with extra screws just in case you misplaced one. Oh, the screws are supposed to go on this side, and then you go, slide it in there, and then it requires one more screw to secure that one piece. I don't know why I closed this little baggie, but it takes one more screw, place it in there, and place it in there, and then, whoops, and screw it down. And there it is, and then you take this piece and just simply twist it on. And there is our yard winder. So now you use this piece here, and you can spin it to make the gap larger, and then you slide it into your desk like so. So let's do that. And let's also plug it in. Alright, so now we're over on my side of the desk, and you basically want to place it, and you want to crank this down until the gap is big enough to fit onto your tabletop. It's like that, and once it's fit, then go the other way to tighten it and secure it onto your tabletop. And the bottom has like little suctions that help grip this spinner to the table, and then you turn that to tighten it, and just twist this to make sure it's nice and secure on there, and it is attached to your tabletop. This one even has like two little springs to help guide your yarn. Okay, I'm excited. Let's start with, we're gonna start with a full skein of brunette, and we'll see if it's able to do a full skein. The good thing about these ones too is that this is a lot larger. If you look at like the manual ones, this is typically like half the size, and this one is longer, so you could potentially even do a full skein if you wished. So let's give this a try. Let me make sure I loop everything correctly. So let me just reference this real quick. Okay, so yarn goes up through here and goes over and through. Adjust the direction, wrap the yarn clockwise around the cylinder shaft, keeping the yarn below. Okay, so we have our skein here. We're supposed to thread it up through this little hole right here, just like that. Then thread it up through this side over here, and then thread it through here. This is nice. And then it gets thread through there, and then back out this way. Look at that tension. Okay. So now it said what? Which way did it say to do it? Wrap the yarn counterclockwise around the cylinder. Okay. So this way. And now I guess we turn it on. Oh, guys, we have to plug it in. Not me getting ahead of myself. So here's what the port looks like. I have it plugged in. So now let's plug it into our spinner. And now, oh, look at that. You have to help feed the yarn through. So actually, let me unwind this a little bit. So I have it here. I have my yarn coming out of a center pull. You do need to help it out with tension. So I'm going to pull out some of the yarn until the skein gets loose enough to where it can just do it itself. So we're going to start off here, and we're going to, guys, look at that. And then the more you turn it, the faster it gets. And you don't have to do anything but just sit here and make sure your yarn is done. If it tugs too hard, then it'll stop, which is why you have to make sure that you're on the other end doing the yarn. So let's get this. Let's see if we can do this whole cake. I finally went and I yarn caked all of the yarn skeins that I'm going to be using for my patterns I'm creating and also the colors I'm going to be using for the pattern test that I have to do. But guys, look at these. Super fast, super quick and easy. I showed you it's literally hands-free. Once you get your skein loose enough to where you don't have to like assist it, it literally does it by itself, hands-free. Literally takes less than, I kid you not, 2 minutes. For the brunette skeins, I did break them up in like 2 just because if the cakes are a little bit too big, it's harder to store, and if they're too big, then you have to recake them a few times just because the yarn starts getting dense. So I went ahead and for Bernat Blanket at least, I like to split in 2. So here's the white, and then here was the orange, and then I did the little bit of brown that I had and the little bit of this blue mix that I had left over. But once again, guys, here it is. I highly recommend if you guys are looking for an electric yarn spinner. I really like this one compared to other ones that I've tried and other ones that I've seen, because it also has this built in at the top. I've seen a lot of them where they only have like this section built in, and then the yarn always falls off and it's really hard and it's hard to manage. So I really like this one because it has this feature built in on the side, but then it also has it built in on the top, which also helps keep the tension nice and tight, since it is like hands-free and electric and does it itself. But once again, the link will be in my description. Use code Crochet Corner to get money off your own electric yarn spinner, and let's get into the rest of the video. Alright guys, update. It is, what date is it? It is October 8th. It's 3:45 p.m. and this morning I actually released my little pumpkin as a free pattern on Instagram earlier. This was my first ever free pattern I've ever done. So I, like last week I think it was, I made a bunch of like pumpkins and you guys kept asking, and I freehanded them just because I think they're a quite simple pattern. So I freehanded the ones that I did and so many people were interested in it. So I wrote up the pattern and I put it as a free pattern on my Instagram. I'll put it on the screen. My Instagram is also linked down below so you guys can check it out. But then tomorrow we're also going to be releasing the bigger version. I don't remember where I put it. Oh, it's, where's the panda? It's, oh, right there. So I also have a bigger version that I plan on releasing tomorrow. And when it comes to writing patterns, when you are crocheting and you've crocheted for a few months and stuff, you get the gist of how things come together, how shapes are formed, how to do what certain techniques get you what kind of outcome, and all of this. You just start getting it and it just keeps building in your crochet toolbox, and then you have all these different skills. So once you've been crocheting for a while, making patterns has been so fun. So for this guy, a pumpkin, I'll basically break down and give you guys the gist of how I made this one. So obviously, you know, pumpkins are circular, so that means you're gonna need a circle. So, you know, you do the basic magic ring, increasing until you get how big you want it, and then you just do single crochets to build how long you want the body to be, and then, you know, to close your projects, then you have to go ahead and decrease again, and like that you get any type of circle. And then for the indentations are just little pieces of yarn that you just weave through, and I decided to do 4 indents, and you just weave it through and pull tightly, and then it'll shape your pumpkin. And then one second. Okay, so then for like the little stem, so for the little stem, I just literally just freehanded a little shape that just like started and just like spread out just a little bit. And then for the little like coil leaf thing, to get any type of like swirl like this, it's just chains with increases. So then I went and I put that all together and I made a little pumpkin, guys. So sorry for the drill, but I'm gonna pull up the pattern so I can show it to you guys. If you guys head over to my Instagram, it is linked down below. It's Crochet Corner 0114. But if you guys head to my Instagram, at the very top I have the pattern pinned, and it just looks like that, and it is my free pattern for the pumpkin. So I hope you guys enjoy that. So many of you guys have requested it, so I'm excited. And then tomorrow I'm also going to be releasing the larger version. Alright guys, I have been working on a pattern. I started working on it like the beginning-ish of, I think, August. Yeah, I think like the beginning of August I started work on it, but then school like picked up again, so I had to like put it to the side because, you know, school has to come first. So we put it aside, and now it is literally October, and we're gonna pick it up again because I want to release it soon, because I also want to work on Christmas patterns. But since this one is basically almost done, I want to go ahead and work on it and get it hopefully released within the next week or two. So let me show you what it is. It is a bear. This bear, his name is Billy, and this is my, like, I want to say like my second like official pattern. My first official pattern, it was Callie the cow. I also have a pattern for an octopus and another one for a bee, but I don't like call those ones like official patterns just because they were like little things that I did. But like the cow was my first like official. This is gonna be like my third official, and I also have the pumpkins, which are, I guess, more official also. But here he is. This is him, and he's wearing some cute little short overalls. And look at him, how cute. You can obviously take the overalls off too, and this is extremely low sew. The only things you need to sew on are literally the two little ears and then the nose, and then everything else is sewn in. So here he is. This is Bear. He can either be naked bear with no clothes, or you can make overalls and have overalls for him. The next version, so there's 3 versions of this bear. The next version probably has to be my favorite, Scrappy Bear. This is my little Scrappy Bear. So I did all like his like parts like different colors, and then I added just like I just crocheted a random like little patch and like sewed it on. But look at how cute this one is. I did it in like blue, and how cute is this guy? So this is Scrappy Bear. Look how cute, look how cute. I'm literally in love. I want to make another one in a different color. And then the third modification to this pattern is T-shirt Bear, and he's wearing a cute little T-shirt, and that's what he looks like. So these are all three different modifications to the bear, and then obviously you can have plain all naked little bear, which is what it looks like here. I started working on one in Sweet Snuggles Light because I want to see like the size difference, and I did this little pink one, and look how cute. I did a little pink one. So size comparison compared, this is Burnett Blanket, and then this is Sweet Snuggles Light. Look at the difference. Like, how cute are these guys? So what we're gonna do is, once again, I have the pattern written in Canva, right? Canva. That's what I like to use for writing my patterns. It's just easy, and then also it's just easy to decorate, add little elements, and like change shapes and all of that stuff. So I write mine in Canva, and then I download them as PDFs and all of that. But what I want to do is I want to go back in and I want to remake, specifically I want to remake another T-shirt bear, just to make sure I got these rows done correctly. So I want to do another T-shirt bear, and then I'll probably also do another bear, and I'll also probably just do another Scrappy Bear, because the Scrappy Bear is the same exact pattern as the regular bear, obviously, except the legs and arms and stuff. Each different section is like a different color. So I think we're good, and I'm not going to do any more like normal bears just because we have 2 of them right here. Then I'm going to do another T-shirt bear, so then I'll have 2 of those, and then I'm going to do another Scrappy Bear so that I can have 2 of these ones as well. I'm debating if I should maybe do it in, no, we're most likely going to do it in Burnett. I think I'm going to do, I don't know if I'll maybe do the T-shirt bear. Maybe I'll see if I have enough jumbo yarn, and we might do a T-shirt bear in jumbo yarn. If not, we'll see. But we're going to do that, and in a little bit, I'm going to walk you through kind of how I went about doing the bear. But I think it's about time we get crocheting and doing something. I just got off of live. I was live for a little bit and I worked on the t-shirt bear, and we have a part of a leg, we have the arms done, and then we have the other part of the leg. So I'm probably just gonna go work on this more and just count. When it comes to like making your pattern, it's just a lot of counting, making sure that you have your rows correct, making sure you have your number of stitches correct, and just triple, double, quadruple checking your pattern just to make sure everything is written correctly. And that's why also pattern testers, pattern makers create tester calls that can help also find issues. Just because you as a creator looking at your pattern over and over and over again, there are chances that you will miss mistakes or miss things that need to be added. So that's why it's also good to host a pattern test. So I'll talk more about specifically pattern tests in a little bit, specifically when I make my pattern test for this one. But that's the update, and I will catch you guys later. Okay guys, so I've been here and I've been working on my bear pattern some more. This is the progress on the t-shirt guy. Paisley's trying to jump on the bed. Come here. Come on. Come here. Oh my god. But I've been here and I've been working on the bear, and honestly I went through it. Everything seems to work up just fine. So now I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about making patterns and like getting inspiration and like all of that. So I thought we could like do like a little mini little gap session. So the inspiration behind this like bear pattern, there, like, I don't know, one day I just like woke up and I was like, I need to make a bear pattern. Like, I don't know what it was, but like in my head, like I just imagined like the super tall and like skinny like little bear, and I just ran with it. I was like, we're just gonna make a skinny little bear and we're just gonna go with it. I was able to create it and have it fit my vision on the first like trial. Like I made some super long legs and a little bit longer arms, and I made him just nice and tall and like skinny. And also when making patterns, a lot of people, and I'm a big fan of no sew patterns or very low sew patterns. So whenever I make patterns, I like to make patterns that I think I would like if I saw someone else create the pattern, I would most likely buy it. So for my patterns, I've been trying to make them no sew, low sew. So all of this part right here up to this part, this is all no sew. The same thing with the normal bear and the scrappy bear. It's all no sew up until this point. And then what's great about it is that the pieces that you do need to sew on are really quick to make and requires literally not that much sewing. Well, there's a little green dot on his head. But so that's all that's left, is to do the two little ears and then the nose, and then you can either do a safety nose or like a felt nose or embroidery nose, whatever your heart desires. But that's that. And when it comes to making no sew bodies, at least a lot of patterns, you start with the legs and then you build up until the round, and right about where the neck is where you crochet the arms directly in, and then from there is when you start building the head up. And a lot of pieces are made or work like this, from the feet up to like the head. And once you get the hang and you figure out what size you want your plush to be, it's pretty easy, but it's a lot of like trial and error when you do it. But honestly, if you have an idea for a pattern, just go with it. And as you do it, I like open like GoodNotes on my iPad and I'll just start writing my pattern. I never go off by just typing my pattern. I always go into like GoodNotes and I go and I write, just because you make so many tweaks, you do so many things, it's easier for me at least to write it rather than like typing everything. And that's honestly how I do it. So yeah, for this guy, I knew I wanted him to be tall and skinny, so that's exactly what I did. I made the legs taller than normal. I also left him very slim and didn't do many increases on his body, so that he's just very like tall and I guess skinny looking. And then for the arms, I knew I wanted to crochet the arms in, so I had to figure out, okay, how big I wanted the arms, if I wanted to narrow the arms, and when I narrowed the arms, how many stitches did I need to narrow it down to crochet it to where it did line up perfectly on the neck, and all of those things. So when you start it, you just like start flowing, and it flows, and it's just a lot of fun. I've been really enjoying it. It does take a lot of trial and error, like I said, so it does take a lot of time, but overall I think it's really fun. And this is the progress on this guy. So today today's Tuesday, and I think it would be awesome if I can have a pattern test up by Friday. We're gonna set that as the goal, but I think it would be really fun if I set up a pattern test for Friday for this guy. So that gives me Wednesday and Thursday to finish the rest of it. I have it typed up in Canva right now, so it's just a matter of fact of going, making sure everything's written down, and all of that, and then going back, and then I would have to make another bear so that I can actually take progress photos as I make it to include it in the pattern and all of that. But also I have a pattern test. The pattern test is for JNW crochet, and it is a pattern test for a reindeer, and I think I may also start that tonight. But it's a cute little reindeer. I think I'm going to do white and blue for it, and I'm excited. It's literally going to get me in the Christmas spirit. Like I mentioned, I also want to, I really want to get this bear pattern out so that I can work on a Christmas pattern. I'm really excited. Because like I just did this pumpkin as a little fall pattern, and then I want to do like something for Christmas. Maybe one, maybe two, if like, you know, maybe two patterns. But I have to get on it now because I see everybody posting Christmas patterns on Instagram, and I'm like, I'm so far behind in the game. But yeah, so I'm just gonna keep working on these, possibly work on another bear, and I'll catch up with you guys a little later. Okay guys, not good morning, late, okay, it's the next day. It is 3:08, it is October 9th. It is the day the hurricane will be hitting. It should be making landfall in a couple of hours. It's been raining all day, and it will be making landfall in just a couple hours. But last night I was working on my pattern test to show you guys a little bit of that. Last night I spontaneously went live with Dreaming How to Crochet. That's Sab, if you guys don't know. And I was working on a pattern test, and funny, we both are in the same pattern. Sorry guys. We're both doing the same pattern test, and hers came out so cute, and I was like, I need to make mine now. So last night I started working on it, and then I joined the live and I worked on it a bunch more. So this is the progress that I got. Guys, look at how cute. I've seen so many plushies like in this style, but I've never made one in this style, and I love it. And I just love, like, it's so like, it's like an actual like toy. Like other like plushies, like you can like move the limbs, like the limbs like move, like he literally split, like it literally even can stand by itself. You can move the arms in like any direction, legs any direction. Like this is so cool, and I was working on this last night. I did the rest of the pieces here. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about like pattern, because it's kind of chilly, because we put the AC down just in case we lose power so that the house can stay cool. So it's like so cold right now. But pattern test. So this was a pattern test, and a little bit for pattern test, if you guys don't know. So for crochet plushies, creators make crochet patterns, and they're basically a blueprint. They're written directions that are step by step on how to make a plushie. So each plushie you see behind me, they all have different patterns, and it's basically a guide, and it tells you what stitches, where to put them, how many, and it tells you how to build the plushie. So that's what a pattern is. So when a creator makes a pattern, they host something that's called a pattern test, and where they pick a handful of other crocheters to test their pattern to make sure that everything they wrote is correctly, make sure that it's easy to follow, make sure to check for any typos or any mistakes, or for like critique of how they can do better and all of that. So that's what a pattern test is, and they'll post a pattern test, pick a couple testers, give them like a week or two to test, and basically, you as a pattern tester will give back your feedback to the creator so that they can apply it before they finally release the actual pattern that they either put up wherever they sell. Etsy, if you guys know, Etsy is where a lot of crochet patterns are. So that's how it goes. A lot of pattern tests are done through Instagram, and that's where you're going to find a majority of pattern testers, people who are looking for pattern testers. There's always pattern testers. A lot of the bigger creators release tons of patterns, so a lot of them always have pattern tests. AQ Crochet, I know for a fact, she always has a pattern test. Literally, there's always a pattern test every week or every 2 weeks, and just whenever a crocheter makes a pattern and that they want to put out, it's literally spontaneous pattern testing. So definitely I would recommend checking Instagram and stuff. And a lot of thing is also, a lot of your crochet friends probably will be reposting pattern tests as well, and that's just how the like word gets spread around. And then also, when it comes to pattern tests, I've only like gotten into like an actual pattern test maybe like 3 or 4 times. Less than five times I've actually got accepted into a pattern test. And that's the thing, especially if you request to do one. And the way you request, by the way, if it's like on Instagram, you'll leave like a comment, and there'll be like there'll be a description of what you have to put in your comment or what you have to do. But it's just, you go and you pick a comment, and then the pattern creator will go through all the comments and pick out whoever they want to test. But the thing is, your chances, you don't know your chances, but if you do really want to pattern test more, I would recommend people who have smaller followings. You're more likely to get into a pattern test if someone has a smaller following, because you're more likely to get picked out of like 50 compared to like 300, which a lot of the bigger crocheters have like at least 300 people applying. So just a little note on that. And yeah, and also to increase your chances of pattern tests, once again, a lot of them are done on Instagram. So a lot of the time, crocheters will go through their comments, click on profiles, and they'll go to your Instagram and they'll see your work. So I highly recommend you have pictures on your Instagram, because yes, they can go through reels, but it's just a lot easier if they have photos to look for. So make sure you have good quality photos as well, and I think that'll just like help your chances of getting picked a little bit better. And those are just some things I would recommend for a pattern test. But here's the reindeer. I want to go ahead, I think, and finish him now, But on a different note, I released my pattern for the big pumpkin. So over on my Instagram, the small pumpkin and the big pumpkin are up. So many of you guys have been like reposting it, and I'm like so appreciative. So thank you so much if you guys have tried my pattern or if you guys have reposted it. It literally means the world to me because these are like my first ever free patterns, and I feel like they're doing pretty decent. They're doing pretty decent. But also today I've been working on my bear pattern. Like, I've really been working on my bear pattern, like really been working on it. So first thing I do want to do is finish that pattern test just so I know that it's done. But I'm not going to be able to take pictures of it because I don't like taking pictures inside because the light is kind of but then outside it's raining and gloomy and whatever. So I'm going to finish it, but so I'm going to finish it and then we'll take pictures of it a different time. And then after that, we're going to go back to working on my bear pattern. But guys, look, I made another one in Chenille Home Slim, and look at how cute and tiny this guy is. Like, compared to like one in like brunette, they're so cute. They're so cute. So yeah, guys, we're going to work on the pattern test and finish the cute little reindeer, and then we're going to move on. And yeah, so let's get to crocheting. Okay, I finished the reindeer. I love it. It is so cute. I want to do so many other Christmas patterns right now, but it's literally the first week of October, so I need to calm down a little bit. But guys, look at this reindeer. You're gonna tell me you don't love this? Like, oh, like just look at him. Oh, look how cute. I love him. This was such a good pattern. It was literally written perfectly, and it's literally such a cute reindeer. The hardest part of this pattern was doing these little white things. I don't know what it is, but if they're not like perfect, it like bugs me. They're still not like perfect, but I tried my very hardest. But he looks so good. I'm loving this. This is definitely making me want to try more patterns in like this style with like the dangly feet and the dangly like arms and stuff. So highly recommend. I'm not sure if she set a release date for this pattern, but it is from JNW Crochet, so I'll definitely link her Instagram down below so you guys can keep up with the release of this pattern. But our pattern test is now complete, and we can go back to focusing on my bear pattern. So for the most part, everything for the most part is working out so good with the bear. I have all of it done. It all seems, I've been following each section, everything seems to be lining up, adding up and stuff. So I will be hosting a pattern call for this pattern in the next couple of days, so that will be on my Instagram. And I'm thinking I want to pick oh my god, I think I want to pick 2 testers per bear, so I'm gonna pick a total of maybe 6 testers, and then 2 for the bear with the overalls, 2 for the t-shirt bear, and then 2 for the scrappy bear. And I think we might do that. I might pick maybe 8 and do like bonus for whatever, but I think that's like my thought process right now, maybe 6 and do 2 for each, just to make sure that's good. Update, it is 4:58 and we just lost power, and it literally hasn't even made landfall yet. It's supposed to make landfall like at 8:30 p.m. on the west coast. I'm in the center of Florida and we just lost power and it hasn't even landed yet. And then I believe there's like 7 tornadoes already that have touched ground also. So no power, we have no signal at all. So I'll keep you guys updated. I guess this is also kind of a hurricane vlog, I guess, but it's currently 5 o'clock and we just lost power. So it's, you guys can't really see outside, but it's starting to pick up. It's starting to pick up. Update, guys, as you see, there's light, there's power. You guys can hear the rain and the wind, but update, it is now 7:25 and it's literally pitch black outside. It's never this dark this early, but we did get power back, so there was an outage in our area, so we assume maybe a tree fell or something, but they were able to repair it before the actual storm hits. The storm is making landfall within the next hour. My best friend, she lives in Bridington, which is exactly where the hurricane is making landfall, and she's been texting me and she says it's really bad over there. So I'm like so nervous for her, but I've been working on my bear pattern. I'm working on the scrappy one, the scrappy bear, and I'm doing this yarn. So then I'm also using a bunch of like purples and pinks, and that's what I'm gonna work on. Hopefully the power doesn't go out again, but storm is supposed to make landfall within the next hour, which means it doesn't get here until like very early in the morning, like 2, 3, 4 maybe in the morning. Nobody knows. And so we'll just have to wait. I'm gonna sit here, I'm probably gonna watch some YouTube and work on my bear, and I'll update you guys when I have an update.
Number 2, I was also thinking about like how much stuffing will be required for this turtle, and I have my like,
Guys,
20-pound
Paisley is scared. She normally doesn't care for it, but like she's kind of scared, and she came back running to my room. But oh, do you guys hear Crochet by Jenna playing in the background? But it is what? It is 8:12, so I think it has made landfall. I'm not 100% sure. I've been here crocheting, but it's been picking up. It's been picking up. But here's the progress on my bear. The lights just flickered and it just went out for a second. Hoping they stay on. Hoping they stay on. I just finished the Scrappy Bear I was working on, and I love this. I love Scrappy Bears. Look how cute. He's all finished, so now I have, hold on, let me see if I can hold both of them together. So now we have 2 of them, and honestly, everything looks great. Pattern worked up great every time. So now it's just a matter of making sure, just fixing everything in Canva. Because I have everything up in Canva. It's just a matter of fact of fixing everything, making sure capitals, typos, bolding, underlining, all that stuff, make sure that's intact. So I think I may honestly lay here and put on some TV and do all the Canva work for the pattern, just because I want to make the pattern a few more times, which I did, and it seems to work out pretty good. And it's now fresh in my brain, the whole pattern, after taking a break from it. So I'm gonna go into Canva and do all that little fun jazz, making sure it's all ready to go in Canva. So I'll check in with you guys later. The lights keep, Paisley just jumped right there. Oh my god. Guys, she's so scared. That kind of scared me too. But like the lights keep like flickering. And but yeah, it's 8:56. So it definitely made landfall. I'm probably gonna go check like the news and stuff now that I finished that bear. But I'll check in with you guys a little later, and yeah. Alright guys, it is official. We just lost power. It's 11:57, and guys, we were looking out the window when it happened. Because we have this tree, we have like a baby tree in front of our house, so we were watching the wind blow. And as we were looking out the window, all we saw was a big boom of blue light, and then the power went out. So I'll keep you guys updated. It's supposed to pass here, I think, in another 2 hours. It's still not here yet in like Central Florida, but we lost power just now. But I made so much progress on the pattern. Oh my god. I made so much progress on the pattern, but now there's no power, so can't work on it anymore. But that's the update, guys. I'll keep you guys updated, but as of right now, there's no power, so. We're all just sitting here. I'm crocheting, but we're just waiting it out now, and my camera's gonna die soon, so. Hey guys, little update. It is the day after the hurricane hit. There's still no power. Service, there's no service in the house. You have to go like walk up the block to get service. So from the house, there's no service. We went out, so places around us, so all the lakes by us are all overflown. Trees down everywhere. All our trees in our front yard, we had to get them chopped down because they all fell. And then other than that, we had a piece of our fence like break, but other than that, everything here is good. Outside, like I said, all the lakes near us are overflown. Lots of trees are down. Lots of power lines are down, which is why we have no power. But down the block from us, a lot of other places have power. Just my community literally doesn't have power. The communities across the street do have power, but my community doesn't have power. And then so we just went out and we went to IHOP because it was open. So we went there and we came back, and half of our community now has power. Unfortunately, my half still no power, but hopefully they'll get on it and fix that pretty soon. But other than that, I've been crocheting a little bit. I've been making octos and pocket frogs because that's all I can do. I'm just like have my headphones on, listening to music and crocheting. But so I had to put the bear pattern on hold just for a little bit, but overall the whole entire pattern is done, and I was almost done mocking the whole thing up in Canva. I was working on it while the power went out, so hopefully, fingers crossed, all the work I did saved. I don't know if it did or not, but that's the update. And inside the house it's really warm, so we've been sitting outside and there's been like a really nice breeze. This is the coldest it's been in Florida in a while, so pretty happy about that. But yeah, all we have to do is wait and hopefully power will come on. My camera is very low on battery, so it probably will die soon. And I also released the small pumpkin. I also released the large pumpkin. And yeah, guys, that's all the updates I have for you guys now, and I will talk to you guys a little later. Guys, here's a little update. We're at my aunt's house because she was able to get power back, and she also has internet. But then while we were here, the internet went down because they're still fixing everything, so they had to take the internet down. But there's power. So that's a bonus, and we're sleeping under AC tonight. It's so nice. And it's so nice that we get service here. It's so good. Our power isn't predicted to be back on till Sunday. That's what the new alert said. So we've been out of power since basically Wednesday night, early Thursday, and it's not predicted to get back until Sunday, so I think we're gonna chill here the next few days. But alright guys, I'm back home. As you can see, there's power. It is October 12th, so power's back, and thankfully power is freaking back, and now we can pursue life back to normal. So I've been home for a couple hours now, but I got home and I actually posted my pattern test for this guy. The pattern isn't fully completely done yet, but I'm gonna have the pattern up for a week, so it'll give me the next couple of days to finish the pattern. It's basically done. I just have to input photos and stuff, but here he is. And so many of you guys have applied so far, and I'm like, so many of you guys have applied so far for the pattern, but I wanted to make sure that I post this video when I posted the pattern test so that you guys watching can also apply for the pattern test if you guys wanted to. So once again, the pattern test is hosted on my Instagram. All the requirements are listed in the caption, but it's like basic stuff like, follow, share on story, comment which bear you want to make, either the bear with overalls, the t-shirt bear, or the scrappy bear. And yeah, so all of that, you can find that on my Instagram. It's linked down below. It's Crochet Corner 0114. If you guys do want to apply for my testicle, it'll be open for a full week. And that's the tea on that. But also, guys, if you guys use code Crochet Corner, you guys can get I believe it's 20% off one of your own yarn winders. What was so good is that I yarn winded a bunch of my yarn, and we went to my aunt's house, so I was able to fit it perfectly in my bag because it was literally yarn caked. Like, I don't know what the heck. I like yarn caked all the colors that I was gonna work with and all the colors I was gonna use. So it literally packed into my bag so beautifully, and I took so much yarn over to my aunt's house, and I market prepped so many things. I market prepped octos, frogs. I even bought a new little alien for another $5 item. Market prepped those. Market prepped chickens. Market prepped jellyfish, loaf cats, little cats. Like, I was working so much over there, but this is where I am gonna have to end this video. This video has been so chaotic. It's been all over the place, but here is a good place to end it for me, to end it and then start my new video for market prepping. But if you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you aren't subscribed already, and I will find you guys in the next video. Don't forget to Oh my god, don't forget to apply for my pattern test. Comment down below if you guys are gonna join the pattern test, but if not, it's okay guys, it's okay. Maybe the next one, maybe you guys will like my next one, but I will catch you guys in the next video. So bye guys.